Brandon here from thirstgym.com, and today we're talking about an exercise called the feet elevated deficit push-up. All right, for this exercise, what you're going to need are 2 kettlebells. You could also use dumbbells. You could also use like maybe plyo boxes or some kind of like wooden blocks or DC blocks to elevate your hands. All are totally acceptable. And then something to elevate your feet. Again, you can use a plyo box, you can use a couch, you could use a bench. Doesn't really matter as long as you get your feet elevated. But we're going to be able to create a massive deficit from our push-up position here. So hands are going to go on the kettlebells in my case. I'm going to be on my toes in my normal push-up position. And then I'm going to come down as low as I can, getting a big stretch, and then driving up, pushing myself away from the ground, really trying to reach in that top position, getting some quality protraction, and making sure that my whole body is moving as a unit as I'm doing that exercise, ensuring my chest gets below my hands, and then I can come back up out of the exercise. Now, this exercise works great because one, we can attack the chest and the upper body and the triceps and the shoulders. We're effectively doing an incline neutral grip dumbbell bench press, but we're using our body weight to be able to do so, which can be beneficial if you don't have a whole lot of equipment to use. So that is one way to level up your push-up game, make it harder if push-ups are easy for you. Using the kettlebells like I have with them relatively neutral makes them also pretty tricep dominant. It also makes it really shoulder friendly, so you can get into that stretch position without much, if at any, shoulder aggravation. I don't feel anything negative in mind whenever I do that. I don't have any kind of shoulder issues, but it is a way to work around that as well. And then you can increase the difficulty by how high you have your feet, so you can make it obviously a little more shoulder dominant, or you can bring your feet down a little bit more and make it just a little bit more challenging as well. Both are fine. You can kind of play around with finding a good height that works well for you, but most people are just going to use, like I have, a regular bench and 2 kettlebells. When it comes to programming for this, it kind of depends. My first suggestion obviously is make sure you can do some quality push-ups. If you can't do quality push-ups, this is going to be probably too advanced of an exercise variation for you. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you continue to work on your push-ups. But if your push-up game is pretty strong, this is a great way to, again, maximize your push-ups and still get that push-up benefit, but again, make it a little more tricep dominant, increase the intensity. When I go to program these for most people, usually I'm going to give them 2 to 4 sets of as many reps as possible. If they happen to be getting anywhere over 15 to 20 reps per set, then we can begin to start to add some chains around the neck or the back to be able to load the exercise a little bit more. And then if it's still too strong, then it becomes more of like a finisher or burnout at the end of training sessions, which isn't a bad thing, but again, also something you can think of here, just drive a lot of blood flow into the chest, shoulders, and triceps, either on a recovery day or at the end of your training session. So a lot of ways you can do this exercise. Again, it could be your primary pushing exercise for some athletes or people because it is very challenging. For other people, it could be a way to finish off a training day as well. But this is an exercise that for me personally, I always feel at my chest, shoulders, and triceps the next day because of the big range of motion, because of the intensity kick of having the feet elevated. All great things to help elevate your push-up game and put some exercise on your upper body. Got any questions? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks. Have a great day.